Welcome to episode 99 of the ABC GCI Coffee Break podcast.
What?
What?
What? What? What? What?
What?
What? One more. One more to the big 100.
Here we go. My name is Allison Jackson. I'm joined by Mike Maloney. What's going on, Mike Maloney?
Ooh, man. It's exciting at times in the office. We're episode 99, one step away to the big 100, and we're getting ready for our craft championship coming up this Saturday. So this episode will drop on Friday. People can listen to the episode and get all hyped up about the craft championship. But it's a big day, not only for our students and our members, but the chapter here as a whole. And we're very excited that LC Anderson is going to be the main event sponsor. So a shout out to Carl Hudson and Kurt Hudson and the crew at LC Anderson. And I didn't give them the proper due I did last week, so I'll do it now. But they are a commercial heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration contractor. That's a service company located in Boston. They serve general contractors, property managers, facility engineers, and building owners throughout Eastern Mass in commercial buildings such as corporate offices, pharmaceutical manufacturing, data centers, schools, and retail. LC Anderson's been around a long time, started in 1943 by Leslie Clayton Anderson, purchased by Warren Hudson in 1995, and the two sons have been running ever since 2013. So it's great to have them on board, not only as a member, but as friends of ABC Massachusetts, the Google Construction Institute, and the podcast. So thanks to Kurt and Carl for helping us out. And then our t-shirt sponsors, the folks up at Smart Build. Smart Build is a construction software that understands construction. We've been lucky to have Zulk Malik on the podcast. The owner of the company has spent a lifetime in the construction trades as a contractor himself, and wanted to build a better software. So we're so proud to have Zulk with us. He's a great guy. If you don't know who he is, listen to the last couple episodes. He's on there. So
Yeah, we're so lucky to have all this support from all of our sponsors. And then we also have presenting partners, lightning round sponsors. Tell us a little bit about them.
So and LC Anderson is their main event sponsor of the podcast and the sponsor of the podcast for the month. So we're glad they're on board again.
God, I mean, how do you get better than that?
And Smart Build, as a t-shirt sponsor and the lightning round sponsor for the month is fantastic. It's amazing. And then for this week, it's only Allison Kale's not with us this week, but I wanted to do a little stump the squad action. I could not stump the squad last time. It was impossible. So I had to kick it up a notch. But I'm going to ask Allison 5 slang words from the 1980s. And let's see if she can get it. So the first one is when someone says, gag me with a spoon. What does that mean?
It means like, oh my God, like it's so annoying, or like, ew, like I can't even stand it. It's like if you see someone like making out, it's like, ugh, gag me with a spoon. It's like saying get a room.
Correct. That is correct. So gag me with a spoon is an expression you can use when you want to show disgust or disappointment. And it's not just enough to say I disapprove. So like you said, I can't believe she wore those shoes. Gag me with a spoon. All right. Pod Squad 1, 80s kid 0. When someone says grody.
Gross. It means disgusting, gross, ratchet, vile, foul.
That is correct. Pod Squad 2. When something is gross, but with a little extra je ne sais quoi, as they say, crossed over into the grody territory. And when something is really grody, that's when it's grody to the max.
Yep, my friends and I said that in middle school.
I think this one's gonna stump you. Grindage.
Say it again.
The word is grindage.
Grindage. Can you use it in a sentence?
Mind if I help myself to the grindage in your fridge?
Oh, like leftovers.
We'll give you half credit on that. Half credit. That's describes delicious food that you intend to chow down with extreme enthusiasm. Grindage. We'll give you half. With leftovers, I get you.
Food, with food.
Was food. Does that half? We'll give you half. So it's 2.5 to 0. Well, to half a point for me. 2.5 to half. What is when you use the word butter?
In what context?
Nah, man, you gotta peg your pants. That's butter.
You have to what your pants?
Ooh, the double whammy. When you
I didn't hear you. Broke up. I didn't hear you.
When you peg your pants.
Ooh. Oh, butter. It's like saying like It's like saying it's cool. Like pegging your pants is like a style. It's probably
Yep.
like folding it or
Man,
like pinching it or whatever. And then it's what was the word you said? Butter. It's butter
butter.
saying like my cousins used to say, "Oh, that's crispy." Like it was like, "Oh, like that's dope. That's sick." Like, "Oh, you look good."
Oh,
Like
I'm gonna give it
that's
to you. It's
slick.
it's
Like
smooth, right? Like the
yeah,
butter on your
slick. I just
toast.
said slick.
Smooth, slick. I'm giving you that's unbelievable. You nailed it. And the last one is gonna be the word is tubular.
Oh, it means cool. Totally tubular.
That's it. I can't stop. That's
I'm
hit
too
nail
good.
right,
I
right
can
on the head.
listen. My mother grew up in the 80s. You think she stopped saying this stuff when I was born in the 90s? No, she ramped it up. So now, like, I'll even say stuff, and my friends are like, my boyfriend will be like, "What does that mean?" Like, my mom would always say, "Don't look a gift horse in the mouth." I bet you half of our listeners, maybe 70%, don't have any idea what that means. You know what that means, right?
Which one? What is it?
Don't look a gift horse in the
Oh
mouth.
yeah, that's old. That's an old wives. That's an old. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. That's
like
old. That's
anytime I
old.
say that, people are like, literally, what are you talking about?
I'm trying to find you one more that might.
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Uh,
First person to DM us what for don't look a gift horse in the mouth means on Instagram gets a free t-shirt.
um,
Keep a look out in our DMs.
bonus point, bonus question because you beat me. It's 4.5 to half a
Yeah.
point, so you beat me. Last one, bonus question. Have a cow.
Don't have a cow. Like chill out, relax. Like don't freak out.
All right, well that's it. That's it. It's in the
You're
80s. If you're
good.
getting overly emotional, upset about something, you were having a cow,
Yeah.
and it's a no good little a metaphorical way to have it. And it's the example is I'm just teasing you. Don't have a cow, man. That was Bart Simpson. That's it. All right. So again, I'm 0 for
Big
2 and something in the
Simpsons
squad.
family on this
Big,
end.
yep.
We've been really watching The Simpsons, Treehouse of Horror, all that.
All right. So that's Stump the Squad part 2. Can't do it. She
Can't
beat
do
me.
it. Can't
Uh,
do it.
this week's guest on the podcast is a gentleman by the name of Aaron Mills and Robb Hogan. They work for a company called Daxit. They contract their CFO. Had a great conversation with them. Let's hear it from them. Welcome to the podcast, my friend Aaron Mills and Mr. Robb Hogan. They are from the company Daxit, and Aaron is the CEO and founder, and we've got Robb was the executive of administration. So welcome to the podcast, gentlemen. I'm glad you could be with us today.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah, absolutely, Mike. This is a pleasure. I know we connected a while back, and we finally have been able to get this event put down. So really appreciate your patience, and let's have at it.
Yeah.
This is going to be a good time.
And I appreciate you guys because it's funny. Whenever I ask somebody to be on the podcast, like, yeah, I can be on Tuesday, I can be on Friday morning. It's like, well, no, we're booked. And we're booked. And it's funny, I'm already booking into 2024, which is it seems wild, right? And I try not to go too far ahead because if you book into like if I start booking now for like April, May, June, people would forget, things happen, right? So I appreciate your patience in all of this because it was a long time coming, but we're glad to have you on. So why don't you tell us a bit about Aaron? Let Aaron start. Tell us a little bit about the company, what it is exactly you guys do, and some of the services that you guys provide ABC members.
Yeah, Mike. My background's finance accounting, but I've been in the construction industry for over 25 years. And as an accounting role, the highest role that you can get in a business is a chief financial officer. And a lot of the Fortune 500s, basically all the Fortune 500s, have a CFO, where the construction business owners don't have that financial advisor in their back pocket. And usually when it comes to accounting and finance and making money, that's the last thing a business owner is concerned about doing something about, but also probably the number one thing they lose sleep about.
And as someone that I've run businesses before, right? And people don't think that, oh, I can do it, right? I'm the owner. I can handle this, right? I can sign some checks. I can handle the money. And as the business grows, right, and you get bigger and bigger, and you do have some growth, you have to start thinking outside that you can't do it, or your loved one can't do it. Your mom can't do it, right? My mom's retired, so my mom does my bookkeeping for me. Like, well, hold on a second, this is something totally different. And then Robb, how about yourself? How did you come to work for Daxit?
Yeah, so really interesting story. Aaron and I met on Facebook, and he took me away from my previous W-2 employer after 17 years. I was on a fast track to retire this coming March and then move into side hustle and side gig business. What Dax it provides and the passion and just the understanding and awareness to business owners that there's somebody that can help empower your business really attracted me. So I jumped on board in February. We kind of dated, if you call it, for a couple of months, and we've been going at a whirlwind pace, just really presenting all kinds of benefits and opportunities to business owners since. So that's my quick story.
It's an amazing story. I think that's a great way to do it. But Aaron, what are some ways that you have particularly helped other members of other chapters?
Sure. So a lot of it comes down to financial clarity and then actually making sound business decisions. So once a business owner understands the financials, they're able to make decisions and they make profitable decisions.
Have you ever had someone, and this might be a baited question, but have you ever had someone who thought they were doing everything the way they were supposed to, and then you're like, well, let me show you what we come up with? Have you had like a light bulb moment? Someone's like, holy cow! Have you had a story like that?
Well, I mean, most business owners think they have good sound on their financial books, but to be honest, this is what we found out, and this is true. Okay, you have accounting and finance people. They went to school for accounting and finance. They went to school to work for GM or Walmart or Ford. Construction business is totally different. So every time that we walk into a construction business and we kind of, as Rob say, date, we look into the financials and they're shocked of how distorted their financials are. In one business owner, if you're making $100,000 one month and losing $30,000 the next month, do you think they're going to be doing anything?
You would think yes.
Right? Well, they don't do anything because they don't know if they're making money or losing money.
So what are some things you guys can put into place so that doesn't happen?
Sure. They're pretty technical. So, there's we call it a work in progress schedule, a WIP schedule. That is what we call the Bible of the construction industry, where that's where you can have a pulse on your business, knowing that how much money you're making and how much money you're losing.
Wow. Rob, how about you? Any good examples of maybe a light bulb moment for a customer of yours that thought they had everything going in the right direction, then you guys showed them something that they didn't know they should be looking for?
Well, yeah, sure. It's a pretty unique story to the industry. We have a client that was with us, and they were trying to really establish their core opportunity for structure, and financial end of it was really way off to the side. Nobody was really paying attention to it. So we built this structure around the opportunity that we gave each and every individual their opportunity to say, hey, this is what I'm responsible for. This is what I'm responsible for. And it just kind of just light bulbed everybody to say, well, we're responsible for everybody's actions, but we're not really paying attention to the end goal, the dollars and cents of the business. So when they all looked at each other, they're like, oh, well, let me see. That bid resulted to this. This bid resulted to that. My actions in ordering materials resulted in this action. And then they just came to that light bulb realization that they're actually handling finances in a sidebar way that they're just not really accustomed to. And the business owner's like, oh, okay. Well, so it makes sense that these guys need to be on board as well with these discussions on finances. So we found that in our structure and our opportunity, we really
in business and in construction's opportunity for everybody to be on the same page. It goes all the way down from your labor all the way up to your C-suite personnel and the ownership as well.
Aaron, do you think that having a background in the construction world kind of helps you, with your customers, seeing that if they're construction companies, right? So, does your background in the construction side of things, help what you guys are trying to do?
Absolutely, because to be honest, these business owners have these professionals surrounded them, giving them advice, and they do a very good job at what they do, but they've actually never ran a construction business. So how do you give advice to a business owner that you've never done business? So that's one of the things that, and then talk the talk.
Right.
Construction, we have our own lingo.
That's right. And you can talk that lingo to the owners, whereas like someone who's maybe a finance company for a different type of industry wouldn't be able to talk that. What about changes? I guess what are some changes you've seen in your time doing this? What are some whether it be technology changes or what are some changes that you've seen?
Yeah, I mean, really, it starts with the top, with the business owner, and maybe I'll kind of elaborate in a story here. And we deal with what we call limited beliefs, and business owners are scared to actually make money. It's kind of weird. The industry, on average, is making 3% net income. All interest rates are 8% right now. So what?
Right.
What kind of sense does that make? But we had this one business owner, and this is just an example, is a $20 million electrical contractor. He has 4 project managers. And at the beginning of the year, we did an analysis and we said, all right, we looked at your pricing, we compared it to the market, and your pricing is 20% under par. And the business owner was like, I can't raise my prices 20%. But we eventually agreed to that we were going to raise the prices. And on January 1st of that year, we announced it to the project managers. And we said, project managers, we're going to do a 20% increase across the board on labor. Everybody bought in.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. So we.
Wow.
So, yeah.
But it's funny, right? Because if you look around, prices are going up everywhere.
Right.
Everything costs more money nowadays. So it is as shocking as it may be to have to raise prices because you don't want the customers to leave or the customers to go someplace else. But if you're offering a better product, then people are okay with paying a little bit more because you're comfortable, you're used to it. What else? What are some other changes you've seen?
Yeah. And I just want to kind of elaborate on this because I talk about, business owners. We went back in March and went around the table and say, hey, project manager, you raised your prices 20%. And the project manager's, yes. Like, did you get the jobs that you wanted to bid on and you got them? Yes. Did the client know that you raised your prices 20%? No.
Well, that's wow. That yeah. I mean, like I said, if the quality is the same, right, that people are okay with paying a little more because they're familiar with the company.
Yeah. We went around the room and every project manager said the exact same thing. And then we went to the business owner, and the business owner was the only person that did not raise the prices on his bids.
Wow. That's crazy. Rob, how about you? Some of the changes you've seen in your industry?
Well, in our industry, we're all experiencing it right now, aren't we, Mike? It's the attracting and the retention of personnel.
Right.
So it's really the difficult opportunity for business owners to do that. So what ideally, when you can expand your profits and you could start putting that money away, you could start sharing and presenting that in different ways, in benefits, right? So your hourly rate can be picked up, and then you could start attracting and retaining the personnel that you've hired or are currently in your employment. So, and then that results in having that culture, that really tight-knit culture, and then people are going to actually buy in, as Aaron was stating just a moment ago in that earlier piece. So what it really does is it just gives the opportunity, and we are really seeing that if business owners are going away from previous habits and previous working relationships and how they've operated their business, and in this is what we used to do, or I just have to take this and this is how I have to go about it, which is typically the identity, and move into a strategic plan in operations and finances. It really benefits not just that business, but it will benefit the rest of the industry, because the industry will start to follow suit and start to see your peers operating in the same fashions. So that's what I see.
That's great. As far as what kind of, what other things you guys provide for the members? What are some other things you guys do? Is, not just the analytics, but what else do you guys offer?
Yeah, we've been kicking off an education seminar classes. We've done one in ABC Orlando. We've done two in ABC Illinois, and about four in ABC Wisconsin. So we're trying to get the word out there to these business owners that, it is okay to make money. It is okay to pay your employees more. It is okay to invest into safety and training. You do all these things, you're going to make more money, and you're going to grow a big, and it's not about the money, it's the culture, as like Rob mentioned. If you I mean, these guys, they got families, they got children, they work their butts off. Why not pay them top pay? Why not get them bonuses?
That's right. Yeah. And I think that's a great, when we talked a lot about on the podcast was the culture, right? So, paying your people a little bit more often, but maybe more vacation time, more benefits, more education. It seems like a lot of companies, and I've been involved with them before, when cuts have to be made, it's the safety, it's the training, and they wonder why, insurance goes up. Well, you cut the training department out, you cut the safety department out. Why'd you do that? Well, I'm trying to save money. Well, now you're paying more in insurance, you're paying more in, something with turnover, right? What we get it here all the time too. We tried a daytime electrical program here. Some of the companies said, "Oh, I'm losing all my guys to other companies." And I said, "Well, what do the other companies offer that you don't?" "Oh, they offer more benefits." "Well, then offer more benefits and you'll keep your people. Right? It's kind of what I would think would be common sense. But if you paid your people more, that doesn't mean they're going to leave. It means that maybe they'll stay. Like you said, they got families. They've got, people like to build some roots in there. What's up next for Daxit? Do you think what is the next thing you guys want to get going on?
Well, right now, go ahead, Rob.
Oh yeah, no. So really great. We're really excited in moving out of quarter 3, 2023, or quarter 4, 2023 into quarter 1, 2024, by building a stronger base of education, workshops, seminars. We're going to be looking at webinars. We're going to be looking at providing opportunity for people to learn better practices in operating their business. And that's going to translate to them to be able to put those profitabilities into their pocket, which is going to give them that safety net so that they can reinvest in a more strategic way for their business. So then all of the other things we talked about earlier, employment, retention, all of the benefit packages just to create that culture will certainly be there. So that's really where we're driving, and we're looking to expand our business, obviously. But it's not just our business. When we're able to expand, it's going to expand the entire industry, because they're going to be better informed, each and every business owner, every business, and then they're going to share it. So it's kind of like looking under the hood, right? You see Joe over at his garage across the street, and you're in yours, and you guys say, "Oh man, I'm super proud of this." So I'm going to go and show people how proud I am at operating my business. So that's what we're excited for on my level. And then Aaron can speak tremendously, so much more about what he is excited for 2024 and an expansion of our business.
Yeah, Aaron, what are you looking forward to next? Sounds like you guys got some great plans, some groundwork laid here. What's next for the company?
What's next for the company? We're actually hiring CFOs across the country, so that we can provide services in different states. What we're seeing in the industry is I don't know if you know this or not, but the construction industry for 2024 is to be $2 trillion.
I was going to ask that question, right? Because do you see, all the talks about construction cutting back and businesses not being able to build? Do you see that on the horizon? Like you just said, it's going to be this $1 trillion business. There's a lot of money to be had. Do you think it's going to continue to grow?
Well, I mean, if it even slows down a little bit, that's not a bad thing because we can't do all the work as is.
Right.
We're short over 500,000 employees skilled trade.
Right. That's exactly correct. Where are these people? Where is everybody?
Right. So if it slows down, it doesn't mean you're going to slow down.
Right.
It just
Yep.
means yes.
Yeah. So what else? So I mean, besides CFOs around the country, what else do you think? Do you think you'll, where else do you think you're going to expand?
Yes, a lot of our clients, what we're seeing is that there's no succession planning and exit planning. So we're gonna strategically partner with some very important people that have done it before from a business owner standpoint and share that information because there's so many businesses out there that these owners don't know how to get out of it.
And one of my questions was going to be: do you see a lot of, second gen, third generation owners? Like you said, they, second gen, third gen, they don't know how to get out. They don't know what to do. Even some here in Massachusetts are like, I don't know what to do. None of my kids want to take it over. I just shut the doors. You got a company that's been in business 30, 40 years, they just shut the doors. Right. And do you guys, I'm sure you guys provide the service as well for whether it be exiting or a succession. Do you guys offer that type of, so a company comes to you and says, I'm thinking about getting out, or,
right.
none of my kids want to do this, or none of my great kids want to do it. So you guys will sit with them and you'll talk them through how to do all. Do you ever get anybody that says I want to get out, but then they change their mind and they sell to someone else?
We haven't seen that. One thing I have seen, and I'd be interesting, is when you start setting the business up to sell, you really want that business owner to not be in the business.
Right.
So it's almost like a transition where the business owner is almost like a passive business owner and they don't have to work as much.
Right. It's pretty awesome. All right. So those are our friends, Aaron Mills and Robb Hogan from Daxit. If they want to get a hold of you guys, Aaron, what's the best way to get a hold of you? Because I'm sure people have some questions and you spark some interest in me. I'm sure the listeners out there would love to learn more about the business. So how can they get a hold of you?
I'll key that off to Robb.
Great.
All right.
So really simple. You can reach us at www.daxit.com. And you can reach out to me personally at 217-553-1187. It's 24/7 number, buddy. So we can get hold of you.
Love it.
But our website is probably one of the best opportunities for you to get in touch with us. And then somebody will be right with you.
And then Robb, if I gave you 15 seconds to push the company, what's one thing that you would love to let everybody know about the company?
So what I would push most directly is that we are compassionate, we are driven, we are core value individuals. So we're always looking in alignment for those business owners and everybody that's excited about growing business, about building business and making business better for the entire community, not just themselves.
Love it. All right, now comes everyone's favorite part of the podcast, is the lightning round. Makes some people get very nervous, but there's no studying involved. This is more fun than anything. We'll insert some lightning sound effects. We got some lightning graphics to come up on the screen here, but we're going to start with Aaron Mills. Aaron, what is the most embarrassing fashion trend you used to rock?
Oh my gosh. I mean, everybody did this, like tightrope pants, right?
Yeah, we have a lot of 80s people on this on the podcast, and the peg in the pants, tightrope pants. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, peg in the pants. Robb, how about you? Most embarrassing fashion trend?
Oh my gosh. So I would say that it was high school or middle school, right? It was photo day, and I ended up with one of those mesh t-shirts, right? So the fishnet t-shirt, and that was my actual seventh grade picture. So
So-
really wonderful. So that's most embarrassing.
All right. So you brought the pictures home to mom and dad. Mom and dad, oh, let's look at Rob's seventh grade pictures. And there's
Yeah,
Robb.
because it was like one of these shirts, a button up with a tie, and that is not what it came up with.
That's a great one. I love it. Sounds like something my kids are fans of that too. You know, the day of the pictures, they'll say to my wife and I, well, "It's picture day." Like, what do you mean it's picture day? Oh, I have nothing clean to wear. I'm going to wear this, ratty old T-shirt. And I'm like, well, there we go. That one, I guess. All right. Aaron, what is your favorite sandwich and why?
Sandwich and why?
Favorite sandwich?
Well, I love a good juicy cheeseburger.
Oh,
I mean that's got to be the best sandwich. And
All right.
why?
yeah. Why?
I
I like
mean,
cheese.
I
I'm a
mean,
cheeseburger guy.
Yeah, honestly, I love being outside. I love, the summertime lake scenery and firing up the grill and having friends and family over and cooking a nice juicy cheeseburger for everybody. Sounds pretty good right now, actually.
Yeah. I want a ham cheeseburger for dinner, I think. Robb, same question.
Oh my gosh. So for me, it would be a well-produced hoagie sandwich.
Yeah, we
So,
don't-
yeah.
Not a lot of hoagies here in Massachusetts.
Well,
Subs, maybe. A
yeah.
sub.
So
hoagie,
yeah, it's
sub.
a sub and just really, really well orchestrated. And reason for that is it's my nickname, Hoagie.
Hoagie. Oh, see,
When I
see?
played sports, yeah.
This is
My
groundbreaking
dad-
journalism
yeah,
here for those
yeah,
listening at
yeah.
home.
So
Hoagie. Oh, that's a good
Rob
one.
had to eat hoagies all of his
Ooh.
youth.
Aaron, you're gonna sail around the world. What's the name of your boat?
Oh boy, I guess we'd have to be Daxit.
Oh, all right. Robb, same question.
Oh gosh, that's going to be a tough one to follow. Gosh, Daxit too.
Oh, all right. Bonus points
I
for
don't,
Robb.
I don't know.
Bonus points.
I don't know.
All
Probably
right,
name
so
it after my dog, the Bailey May.
Bailey May. That's great. That's a good one. Aaron, if you had to delete all but 3 apps from your smartphone, which ones would you keep? Delete all but 3 apps on your smartphone.
Oh my gosh. Well, Microsoft Outlook, I would have to keep that one.
Yep.
I guess LinkedIn, I would have to keep that one.
Yep.
Oh, I mean, I'm a big Purdue fan, so Boilermakers, got to keep that one. Keep
right.
up with the sports.
Robb, same question to you. 3 apps on your phone you get to keep.
Well, I would certainly keep Find My iPhone so that I know where my family is most of the time.
All right.
And then I would probably follow that up with Audible, because do some podcasting and stuff like that, and then
Nice.
and then books on audio, right? And then I just for fun probably keep what is it? Spotify. Probably keep Spotify. A lot of music in the background. It's filler for me. I don't really pay attention to it, but it's nice to have it in the background and going all the time.
I thought you were going to say Spotify should listen to your favorite construction trend podcast, the ABC GCI Coffee podcast. If you could compete, Aaron, in any sport, the Olympics, what would you compete in?
Oh boy. I guess I would say they're going to put out golf out there, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, golf is.
I think golf coming to Olympics. So if they bring out golf, I'll compete with that. And
Robb, same question.
Oh, it'd be hockey for me for sure. Yeah, ice hockey.
What was the worst job you ever had, Aaron?
Worst job, man. I would say probably Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Got to run for the border.
Yeah, we've all been there. We've all been there. Robb, same question, but don't say Daxit. Don't say
no.
Don't say that.
No, it was I was working day labor for Manpower at $25 a day. It was the middle of February in Ohio, and I was repurposing pipe, anywhere from copper fitting pipe to street pipe, down for drainage pipe, and it was pouring down rain. It was horrible weather, and that was probably the worst job I've ever had.
God, yeah, I don't know. Aaron, what would your superpower be and why?
Oh,
Get any
superpower. Let's see. I mean, Superman has a whole bunch of them. I guess flying would be pretty cool.
why would you want to
And
fly?
I've skydived a couple times, and
Yeah,
it's something different up there. Flying around would be pretty cool.
pretty exhilarating. Rob, same question to you. Superpower and why?
Oh, let's see. Laser beam eyes.
Oh, Jesus, man, I don't be careful of that.
Laser beam eyes, because then I can cut a pathway
Yeah.
to my to my destination, right?
Or like if you're like at work and there's a long line at the copy machine, you're like, listen, I got stuff to do. Zap, zap with your eyes. Yeah,
Just
all right.
start chopping legs off.
Uh, if you could live anywhere in the world for a year, where would it be?
Oh, I would say Hawaii, just because the weather is just so beautiful
Yeah.
every day.
Love it. Rob, same question.
I would say Central America on the beach in a hammock for a
Yeah.
whole year.
Gosh, man. All right. And then because this is the Coffee Break podcast, we'd like to ask you, how do you like your coffee, Aaron? And then where do you get your coffee from?
Actually, I just get it from home. I mix it up and throw a little creamer in there. Fresh
Homebrew-
coffee.
Fresh coffee and a little bit of cream. Rob, same question.
So I'm a Keurig guy. Single pod, single origin Sumatra blend, and just enough cream for color, and then 3 sugar in the raw in it.
All right. These are our friends, Aaron and Rob from Daxa, the contractor CFO. And right off their website, it says Daxa provides fractional CFO services to help contractors build better businesses. I think that sums up. I think that's great. Gentlemen, appreciate being on. Thank you very much. And if anybody has any questions, you can drop it out to Rob.
Yeah.
Thank you,
guys.
Mike.
Yeah, we really appreciate this, Mike. Fantastic. You're doing great things there at GCI as well.
Love it. Thank you. Thanks for Aaron and Rob for talk with me on the podcast this week. It was a great conversation. I learned a ton. Just two really nice guys. And what they have to offer as a company is pretty amazing. So if you need any help on the CFO side of your business, reach out to them. And this is an exciting time. Like I said, we've got Craft Championship on Saturday, November 18th. And we've got lots going on in the background. So let's see what Allison's got for trainings.
Really crazy. We're done with trainings for November for the most part, except for Introduction to Electrical Estimating. That's a new class we have this year. Begins November 28th. It's evenings, runs on Tuesdays and Thursdays through January 4th. So it's just about a month long. And that's a really great class to get into if you're obviously in the electrical trade, but that's great for apprentices. It's great for journey people. It's great for masters. Whether you're just getting into it or want to brush up on the basics, really awesome class to get into. So make sure you sign up for that as soon as you can. Then we have a 608 Universal Certificate Training Program, December 2nd. That's going to be at the ABC GCI Woburn office from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then same day, December 2nd and also December 16th, we're going to have a pipe fitter prep for exam class. You do have to attend both sessions. That's going to be from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. again at the ABC GCI Woburn office. You can check out all of these classes and the classes that we have now through January 2024 at gwgci.org/events.
Awesome. Lots going on, which is fantastic. And now we'll jump into everybody's second favorite part of the podcast. It's time for the news. And this week's ABC Feature News of the Week, sponsored by Kenny and Sam's and Patriot Benefit Services. Our chairperson, Vera Vedavankor, was at the Excellence in Construction Awards a couple weeks ago. Over 200 members gathered at the 4 Points Sheraton in Norwood for the 31st Annual Excellence in Construction Awards dinner. To honor the very best in Merit Shop Construction's 14 projects were honored. You can learn more about the events in the newsletter that Charlie Chipio sends out on Monday mornings.
Tuesdays.
Who?
Tuesday mornings.
Tuesday mornings. I'm sorry. Tuesday mornings.
Don't trick the people, Mike.
Sorry. I don't mean to trick people. Tuesdays. We've got some events coming up. We've got a webinar taking place on December 6th, the USDOL's comprehensive and sweeping Davis-Bacon rule changes and what they mean to contractors from 8 to 9 a.m. It's going to be, looks like it's going to be a webinar. We got the holiday open house taking place on Thursday, December 7th. The event is free for members only. Family members are welcome to join. You should RSVP to Carol at abcma.org. Yes. And like I said, we can't talk enough about the local craft championships. Diane Craven and Allison here working tirelessly to get this event off the ground. And, every year they do a fantastic job. We're going to have 12 competitors. We'll have electrical competitors and pipe fitting competitors actually competing at Medford Vocational Technical High School over there in Medford. Everyone's invited to come. Allison's done a great job putting together like a vendor fair, a holiday type of fair to maybe draw some more people in. You want to tell us about that, Allison?
Yeah, so we have 30 vendors.
Crazy.
It's amazing. So we're so excited. Huge variety, it's a really great way to come and support your champions, but also get a little jump on your holiday shopping. Or like if Saturday is your shopping day and you want to putz around, peruse, buy a candle, this is a great place to do it. Mike and his wife are going to have a table. They have their vendor called Craft Soup, and I'm outing you. And they're going to have homemade candles. They're going to have homemade knitted and crocheted items. Definitely come check out their table. Milwaukee's going to be there. We have a vendor from Brighton that's an ice cream vendor. They're called Far Out Ice Cream. And they're going to be literally making ice cream on site. We have people that make natural body products like soaps, lotions. We have this woman that makes really cool water bottle holders from recycled tires. Like the list goes on. So if you have questions about the vendors, if you want a list of them, reach out to me. I'm happy to send that to you. You can also check out all the vendors on our website in the section where all the information for the local craft championship is. But I just wanted to also take a quick minute to thank our sponsors too. Like you said, Mike, we have LC Anderson as our main event sponsor. Thank you all so much. We have Smart Build as our t-shirt sponsor. Plum House is our lunch sponsor. So we're providing lunch for the vendors and for the competitors. So if you are coming as an attendee, just know we're going to have snacks and refreshments available for you. But we will not have lunch available for you, unfortunately. But then our refreshment sponsor that's going to have all those snacks for us. Thank you so much to Elm Electrical for taking that on. Trade sponsors, pipe fitting, we have Deco and Notch as our pipe fitting sponsors. And then we have a sprinkler fitting sponsor this year, which is awesome, Yankee Sprinkler. And finally, we have our sponsor or champion sponsors. Again, Deco coming in for that, JS Mortimer and Northeast Process Systems, Inc. Thank you everyone for all of your ongoing support for this event. We are so excited. We're just so excited to get to Saturday and see the competition. And the vendor fair begins at 10:30. So anyone can arrive, anytime between 10:30 to 2:30. Raffle drawings are going to happen at 1. We have a ton of door prizes, raffle tickets for sale, t-shirts for sale. There's going to be so much going on. So please definitely come out, even if it's for a few minutes. Like we would love to see you.
And it's just a great event in general. So if you're curious about learning more about some trades and you want to talk to teachers or whatever, please come and visit. It's going to be at the Medford Vocational Technical High School, Saturday, November 18th. I believe people can show up at 8:00.
Yep, the competition is going to begin at 8:30. So you can begin watching the hands-on competition anytime after 8:00. And then the vendor fair begins at 10:30. So if you want to hang out with us all day, we'll be there. Or if you want to come and go, up to you, but it's going to be awesome.
Be a great day. And then as far as member updates, for those that have been listening to the podcast for a while now, they know that October is membership drive month, and the folks on the membership committee and Venus Williams, Jim Abbott, done an amazing job. They've netted 20 new members. Some of the members include Bentley Companies, Blacklist Arsenal, General Building Company, Kronos Construction Staffing, Flynn and Reynolds Agency Incorporated, Integrated at Work, Karma Contract Flooring Corporation, New York Life, and NY Life Securities, Nissan 24, Oak and Argyle, Orin Construction, Brock Electric, Roberto Israel and Wiener PC, Sompo International, South Coast Alternative Power Solutions, TLC Supply, True North Realty, Umbro and Sons, Valero Dominello and Hillman LLC, and Vigilant Security and Insurance Partners. Welcome. You're all invited to be on the podcast. If you want to be on, let me know. And then in some exciting membership news, we've got Callahan Construction completing 2 new senior living complexes in Anthology Senior Living down in Natick, outside near the Natick Mall. It was a beautiful project. And as always, if you want to be on the podcast, reach out to me, Mike at gwgci.org. Please like, tag, follow, share, hammer that subscription button. We're on Spotify, we're on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts. Please,
YouTube.
we're on YouTube. Yep, we have a YouTube channel. We'd love to have you come on. If you have a ABC Massachusetts member and you want to be on, reach out. Make an interesting story to tell. We love to have you. That's what it's all about. And we're looking forward to the number 100. We're going to let everybody know who the winners are. We've got most viewed on YouTube and most listened to episode. We'll announce those winners next week on the podcast. And till then, see ya.